basically need to solve the query that I just searched for. And when I click on this popular one, On Deck, we don't have to review On Deck here, do we? Oh, well, I'm going to review your site. Okay, cool. It's kind of random that it happens that way, but you guys are doing a great job. It's a nice site. When you click on this particular ad, you arrive at their landing page, which is actually their homepage. That's good in some cases, bad in other cases. But in their case, with their homepage, they're doing a great job. It's very clear what they want the customer to do. The focal point is that form. It's above the fold. They have a nice picture of a woman there. Potentially, she doesn't look like stock photography, and there's social proof with a testimonial underneath. It's very clear in the user experience of what they want the user to do. There's no guessing. Within just a second, they know that they want them to fill out the actual form. They have great content. They have seals of credibility, Better Business Bureau, Forbes, Inc. 500. Great content on the site that's supported by social proof and testimonials. They also have a great footer. A footer is probably one of the most important parts of your website because it reinforces where you want the customer to go if they can't find the information that they're looking for. We can also even use potentially heat maps to figure out exactly what people are actually clicking on in that footer area. If people are going to the About Us section, that will be a key indicator to tell the next step should be, why don't you improve your About Us section to get more people to realize that you're a real business and you can help them with their small business loan. They also have a great mobile experience. I was talking to a few people in the trade show yesterday, and I was looking at their website, and they had a nice responsive design, but when the responsive design collapsed to a mobile experience, it pushed the form all the way down below the fold. So you want to ensure that your form is high on the fold, so you don't have to scroll all the way down to actually fill it out. You can actually click and click the call, doing some great stuff here. But just looking at their scripts on their site, I can see that they have many different analytics programs on their site. Google Analytics, Mixpanel, Live Person for live chat, and they're even doing some testing using Optimizer. So based on what I see here, the actual marketing results would be to take these individual analytics programs and figure out how to use them best. An interesting one is Mixpanel. Mixpanel is used a lot in the SaaS community, but it allows you to develop cohorts of individuals to figure out who is more likely to actually buy. And you can then create these individual groups of people to figure out who's the right person for you or not. Also in Mixpanel, you're able to do this nice funnel tracking report to see where actually people are dropping off and not. Mixpanel is kind of a really advanced version of Google Analytics, and one of the benefits of it is that you can create these easy groups of people to track over time. So if you have a certain campaign and you want to see how potentially those leads are qualified later in the future, you can always go back to that cohort and analyze them. They also have a nice funnel set up when you actually be able to start the application process. It's a pretty classic funnel. You go from one step to the next and down the process. But because it's separated into different pages, we can see how far people go down the page to see where they fall off, what questions are causing people to have concern and maybe second guess if they should be taking that. And they're also able to segment the different people if they're actually an on-deck member or not with the sign-up process in the corner. Live chat, very important these days, because after people ask questions to your call center or your customer service, you can go back through those transcripts and understand the patterns of language that people use to describe your products. Just because you call it small business loans or refinance or mortgage or whatever it is, that may not be what the customer is actually calling it. It could be Vegas, personal finance, or whatever it is. So you want to speak to the customers in the language that they're already used to. You can find out what that language is using live chat. They're also using a tool called a Bounce Exchange. It's very common that you go to a website, and as you move your mouse to the back button, a pop-up shows up because they want to capture the people who are potentially leaving. Balance Exchange is just one example of it, but there's many of them out there. And as I left the website, I then went to Facebook and I saw the retargeting ads. So obviously they're setting up different funnels and different channels by different conversion rate so that you can figure out exactly where the most area of opportunity is. That way you can go ahead and prioritize, am I making the highest conversion rates needed in PPC or social media or email marketing or retargeting? What is the area of improvement that needs to be prioritized first? The next example is from the education